feistier than the other, and whom we have the privilege of watching on Lok Sabha TV. But more than that, Bengal is that rare state where feminine energy is given center stage. It also explains why these awards are called the Devi Awards. The New Indian Express started these awards in 2014. And so far, in 38 editions across 10 cities, we have recognized over 460 women of great accomplishment who have overcome challenges to make a mark in society and pave it forward, always. We will start today with a special panel discussion with some of the ladies to give you an insight into the minds that are shaping modern Bengal, with a writer, an artist, an actor, a conservationist, and a textile revivalist. May I call Vipanita Roy, Shobhini Sengupta, Paula Sengupta, Chaitani Das, and Darshan Shah to the stage. Great. So you'll hear a little more about the accomplishments a little later in the evening, but I want to start with Vipanita, who really symbolizes the beauty of the Bengali language and how important it is to the Bengali identity.
এইভাবে মানুষ নিজেকে নিয়ে পরিচিত হয়। বাঙালিদের সমস্যাটা হচ্ছে বাঙালিদের ঠিক এইরকম কোনো নির্দিষ্ট ভৌগোলিক বা ধর্মীয় এই ধরনের কোনো পরিচয় নেই। বাঙালি আসলে সম্পদ জানে। কেন বলছি? তার কারণ হচ্ছে বহু যুগ ধরে বাংলা প্রথমত হচ্ছে বঙ্গোপসাগরের তীরে নদীমাতৃক দেশ। পৃথিবীর বিভিন্ন জায়গা থেকে বণিকরা এখানে কিন্তু বাণিজ্য করতে আসতেন। সপ্তগ্রাম, তাম্রলিপ্ত খুব নামকরা বন্দর ছিল বহু বহু যুগ ধরে, অশোকের আমলে। তো এই যে বণিকরা আসছেন বিভিন্ন দেশ থেকে, তারা আসছেন এখানকার মানুষের সঙ্গে ওঠা বসা করছেন, কেউ কেউ থেকে যাচ্ছেন, এখানকার মেয়ে মহিলাদের সঙ্গে তাদের সম্পর্ক তৈরি হচ্ছে, বিবাহিত জীবনযাপন করছেন, তারা এই সংস্কৃতির সঙ্গে মিশে যাচ্ছে এবং তাদের সংস্কৃতি, তাদের ভাষা, সেগুলো এখানকার মানুষের মধ্যে মিশে যাচ্ছে। তারা সেটা থেকে কিছুটা নিচ্ছে। একটা মিশ্র সংস্কৃতি, একটা মিশ্র ভাষা গড়ে উঠছে। একটু যদি আমরা ভাষার ইতিহাসটা দেখি, তাহলে আমরা দেখব যে বাংলা ভাষা কিন্তু ভারতের অন্যান্য ভাষার মতো সরাসরি সংস্কৃত থেকে তৈরি হয়নি। বাংলা ভাষার মূল হচ্ছে প্রাকৃত বা অবহট্ট, যেটাকে আমরা বলে থাকি, এবং তাতে আরেকটা বড় ভূমিকা ছিল পালি ভাষা। কারণ বৌদ্ধ ধর্মের একটা গুরুত্বপূর্ণ প্রভাব বাংলার জনজীবনের উপর। তারপরে একদিক থেকে হচ্ছে অবহট্ট, পালি, অন্যদিক থেকে বিভিন্ন দেশের যে সমস্ত বণিকরা আসছেন, তাদের যে শব্দ, তাদের যে ভাষা, তাদের যে সংস্কৃতি, সেই সব মিলিয়ে একটা ভাষা তৈরি হচ্ছে। লক্ষ্য করবেন, এই ভাষাটা যখন এইভাবে তৈরি হচ্ছে, তখন সেই ভাষাটা কিন্তু সাধারণ মানুষের নিজেদের মধ্যে থেকে তৈরি হচ্ছে। উচ্চবর্গীয় মানুষরা একটা ভাষা ব্যবহার করে, সেই ভাষাটা পরবর্তী সময়ে নিম্নবর্গীয় মানুষরা তার সেটা শিখলে, তারপর তার থেকে আস্তে আস্তে তার মধ্যে অভ্যস্ত হলে, সেটা হচ্ছে এক ধরনের ওপর থেকে চাপিয়ে দেওয়া ভাষা।
I'd also like to bring in the other speakers. So, showing me, I'd like to take that thought forward with you. If I were to talk about the language, and theatre is so much about the text, talk a bit about the work you do in an environment where theatre is not the most profitable profession anymore, and how for you it's really a labor of love. No, I'll come back to you, don't worry. I just want to give everyone a chance to speak and then I'll come back. তাদের জন্য বলছি যে আমার দলের নাম নান্দিকা। এই দল 1960 সালে তৈরি হয়েছিল। তৈরি করেছিলেন আমার বাবা এবং অজিতেশ বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায়, কিয়া চক্রবর্তী, আরো অনেকে মিলে, অসীম ঢাকায় সবাই মিলে। আমি আমার 3 বছর বয়সে এই দলে আসি এবং এই পুরো থিয়েটার অ্যাটমসফিয়ারে বড় হয়েছি। তার ঝগড়াঝাটি, তার আনন্দ, তার তাই আমার কোনো অসুবিধে বা রাগ এসব কিছু নেই। কারণ আমিও এখন ওইটাই করি। সকাল থেকে উঠে চেষ্টা করি যে 24 ঘন্টাটা কি করে 48 ঘন্টা করা যায়। এবং একজন তোমাকে যেটা বলছিলাম যে আমার দিন এইরকমই হয়। অনেক সময় ভোর 6টা থেকে শুরু হয়ে পরের দিন ভোর 6টা অবধি অভিনয়ের কাজে আমি করি এবং সেটা করি। আমি এটা হয়তো শুনলে বারবারই মনে হবে, আমি যখন বাইরে যেখানে অভিনয় করে টাকা পয়সা রোজগার করা যায় সেটা ভালোই লাগে। সেটা খুব যে খারাপ লাগে তা নয়, টাকা পয়সা এলে ভালোই লাগে, কিন্তু ওখানেও আমি ভালো করে অভিনয় করতে চাই এবং ওদের কাজটাও যাতে ভালো হয় সেটা করতে চাই। একটা জিনিস আমি আমার ছেলেমেয়েদেরকেও শেখাই। আর থিয়েটার করার এখন যেটা আমি মনে করি, why, for even other professionals who can come something where you cannot lie. You have to sweat it out. You have to face yourself and your emotions. Because acting বা
এই ধরনের সমস্ত কিছু তো ডিরেক্ট ইমোশনের খেলা।
এই মেকআপ করা বা এই সমস্ত বডি ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজের পরে আসে, আসলে তো ইমোশনস, এবং সেই ইমোশনদের সঙ্গে রেগুলার বেসিসে ধাক্কাধাক্কি করার জন্য মন ঠিক রাখতে হয়, শরীর ঠিক রাখতে হয়, নিজেকে এই পৃথিবীতে টেনশন মুক্ত রাখতে হয়, which is very tough। আমি আজকে দুপুরে এখানে আসার আগে নিউজে কিরকম ভাবে কে কাকে বম করছে সেটা দেখছিলাম, দেখে ভাবছিলাম যে কি করবো আমরা, ডু উই ম্যাটার? মানে আমরা যারা এখন অভিনয় করতে যাবো, এইখান থেকে আমি একটা রিহার্সাল করতে যাবো, does it really matter for the people who are dying? I'm saying it does, and it will matter. We just have to keep on at it. ওইটাই exactly. And for I want to bring you in here because art does matter in the end of the day. We need art for imagination. Sorry. For us, I'm so sorry. For us, the idea of art matters. That we need art to survive, imagine a better world, to heal. And it may be a solitary profession, but it gives so much joy to so many. I'm going to differ a little with you on that. Art is not just about giving joy. Artists actually generate knowledge. And artists are not merely there to create a thing of beauty. Artists are thinkers. Artists are practitioners. They translate that thinking into practice. A lot of times, art does not necessarily result in an end product, but it is the process that is important. The arrival at something. And these processes, these are deeply entrenched in research, in making, in collaborations with many different sectors. And this process is actually often more important than the product. And thereby, through this whole process, artists actually generate knowledge. And I personally, during the pandemic, which is not so long ago, when we were going through the second wave, I felt that as a thinking, feeling individual with a certain capability that I, by the grace of God, I possess, that it was just not okay for me to be quiet. And so I created a project together with a friend of mine who ran an art initiative, and it was called Living a Dark Night. And 125 artists across the globe responded to a call that I sent out, and became this project that ran for 2 years. It became one of the most successful projects ever. Today it survives in the permanent collection of the Museum of Art and Photography in Bangalore as a public archive of the pandemic. It's probably one of the few archives of the pandemic. This is not No, it's a printmaking project, which is what I specialize in. But it's an archive that is sitting out there for public access. And so, so these are actually, this is all meaningful work. In the pandemic, it was really the arts that kept us alive. You're right, next time you always give us joy. We must think. Yes. So I think that is the importance of art. Art does not offer solutions, but art raises questions that humanity at large needs to think about and address. Absolutely.
ka makan. So instead of choosing one or two, I chose didn't choose the roti or the kapda, I chose the kapda. Specialized in doing little festivals in Kolkata and other places where it was, those things were not, they were complementary to each other, not competitive, and I was bringing people from arts, crafts and textiles. And that's how I took my world organically. And one fine day, a friend said that all the textiles that are left over, you're living in Bengal, why don't you embroider them with kantha? Why don't you block print them? Why don't you add value to them, to party, to anything? And then you see if you can sell it in the next exhibition. If not, send it to us because I'm here in Gujarat and give me something new. So that's how it all started in a 200 square feet little space, which now grown. And to come back to your question is that the journey has their commitment, they had so many adversities, but they're still singing a song when they're doing embroidery. You know, they're still looking around and embroidering what they're seeing. They are not artists. We say they're not artists as we understand it, but they are more than that. And how they taught me that using years and years of cloth and all the torn clothes put together and weird and made into a kanta for a child. And how slowly the women got into empowering themselves through this knowledge of embroidery. I'm talking about kanta, I was doing Bengal or talking about spinning. You know, only the nimble hands of women could spin back again those 300 pounds, the 400 pounds. The male hands do not find it easy to spin that. So it was women who taught us the value of a multi kind of doing so many jobs. We see Durga with 10 hands, we see all the ladies with so many hands. And they were actually the ones who had these multiple hands. And the brand I built called Viva Studio, the mission statement is use as many hands as possible. And the journey has been wonderful, the learning has been wonderful. From using natural dyes, we would go and pick up things from the forest and we would just boil them in a kitchen process and try. And then we would look at, go to the masters, but everything had to start somewhere. And they actually ignited my imagination, they pushed my boundaries, and they helped me to dream. So I'll be ever grateful to these women who taught me what I am today.
And these women, I mean, how many of them are associated with the Buddhist?
Oh,
I mean, across generations?
Yeah, they are from last 32 years I run the organization. On my salary, there used to be 450 people, which post-COVID has come down to about 65. But our largest environment stays same, about 3,000 to 4,000 registered, recorded people we work with in the villages. So the master samples are made here, and then the multiple samples are made in the villages. And we continue to work not only for Viva Studio, but for many of the projects of the NSMET or the others, or the UNDP or the World Bank, many others, and across borders. I don't believe that working in Bangladesh is any different from working in Bihar. So I work with Sujini in Bihar as I work with Nakshikapa in Bangladesh. And for me, working in Jamgani in Kalna is precious because it teaches me anytime that I'm not feeling good, or I'm feeling doubtful, or I'm feeling, kya ho raha hai? Or you know, all of this that is happening in the world, I just put it all aside and I go and I celebrate with them, sit with them, have my shukr and very happy. I'm at rice, I'm very happy. I'm at dal chawal and very happy. Like tomorrow being a Sunday, I'm going to jog off to Medipur to see a master who's does a beautiful party because my next project is about party. And I need to, for myself, be a PhD in party represented. So how to do that? I have to continuously go to them. those who are practitioners, those who are workers, those who are artisans, who have learned from their forefathers, who are third, fourth generation of grassroots workers, who are President Award winners. And then if you can go to them and just say that I'm here to learn, please teach me. I haven't come across one person who has opened up their heart and home to welcome.
Wonderful. I think we can have a round of applause for the work that she's done. Can you talk about the work you do? Because it's another kind of time to do. What do you do?
Good evening. Well, I haven't started my startup from the boardroom, neither any business strategy. But I started working with the prisoners, prison inmates.
Right.
And youth was the mean, and I started training them, scaling them with National Youth Board of India, a 45 days training to the inmates. Finally, after the training, the project went on. I started scaling many inmates, going to different other jails. So what I find is youth to be a bridge between reformation, sustainability, and the honor, restoration of honor, and the human dignity. So with that product, I went to global stages in the sense that international exhibitions, even with National Youth Board of India, they supported going to Greece and where we inaugurated, launched a womanized youth. Wanted to make a innovative vegan wool, because maybe that in coming days people who don't like to farm animal, for them vegan wool will be something ideal. So many innovative products that I tried making, jute with fusion products, jute with denim, jute with Benansi, jute with honey, jute with cotton. So various type of jute products like jute jackets, jute sarees. So taking it, I just came up with a pilot project called and named it Patrai. Our entire plan was baked up with a jute, and it has also a crown, and it's like an upholstering and the sheer, the rugs, everything was jute. Just wanted to give a message and the awareness that how jute can be utilized. And we also know that jute is also a geotextile which is used for soil erosion. So the entire potential that we are yet to unfold. So that is one thing that I'm working with, and I have a startup. And on my board, we have released as an inmate. And this startup is incubated by Indian Institute of Management, Central Foundation Fund. So we are going away with jute, taking jute to the Central Asia fashion show. The supermodels walked draped in jute attire and showcasing to the world stage. So I'm also having that vision and vision taking to across the globe, maybe to the Paris fashion walk, maybe to the France. You may not know I'm ambitious. After making the Guinness World Record, I have become more ambitious.
I think we all need to be ambitious. May I ask the panel, all the women that you heard today have such wonderful stories to tell. For you, what makes for a good story? I mean, you're a great storyteller. What are the things that make for a good story?
বেশ কঠিন প্রশ্ন। একটা গল্প যখন লেখা হয়, একটা গল্প যখন তৈরি হয়, তখন তার একটা বীজ থাকে, তার সেখান থেকে গল্পটা তৈরি হয়, সিড থাকে, সেখান থেকে গল্পটা তৈরি হয়। আমি অনেকদিন সাংবাদিকতা করি, জার্নালিস্ট। এরকম অনেক খবর আমাদের কাছে আসে, যে খবরটা আমরা পুরোটা দেখাতে পারি না, তার ভেতরে অনেক কিছু থাকে যেগুলো আমরা দেখাতে পারি না। আপনারা যেটা জানেন, যে নিউজ মিডিয়াতে কাজ করে এটা জানেন যে সংবাদের স্বার্থে, মানুষের স্বার্থে সব খবর দেখানো যায় না, সবটা দেখানো যায় না অনেক সময়। সেই খবরগুলো love to work. I don't know what else I would do. I mean, only thing when I'm working, I want to run away and go for a holiday. And then when I go for a holiday, I'm alright one day. And then when that 24 hours is gone, I want to run back again to work. So I never want to quit working. I absolutely love it. And sometimes, my students are a little scared of me because they know that they know when rehearsal starts, but they don't know when it ends. So they come prepared and then stay on. And I like to keep on and on and on. I like to be under pressure. I like to work under pressure. I just absolutely love it. And I would want it for all my students. Wonderful. What are you working at? I would like to say our generation.
Yes, we are today in a whole different world. Um, we're in the world of AI. Might don't always work. It's a tough call. Actually, when you work with young people, you need to challenge yourself each and every day because in today's day and age, there's this huge gamut of information out there, and it's at your fingertips. It's just so easy to access, and but it's all very superficial knowledge. It's very superficial. Definitely, what is just at the click of a button. Students nowadays, they don't want to go to libraries, they don't want to read books, they read on their phones. Today I teach visual arts, and we make what are called layouts, which are essentially sort of drawings, preliminary drawings, to make the eventual artwork. And every time I ask to see layouts, I'm shown something on the phone screen. And I'm like, I don't want to see the phone. I want to see what actually the actual work of the paper. So it is a challenge. And the biggest challenge is that to actually convey to the new generation that all these digital tools and AI and so on, all of this are tools at the end of the day. And especially, the subject that I teach and what I'm specialized in is printmaking. And, if you look at the history of printmaking, it is truly the continuous appropriation of technology, really. And artists are actually excited by technology, and they appropriate technology in order to make their work. This has been happening since time immemorial. Um, but the thing is that it is a tool at the end of the day, and creative mind needs to learn to use that tool rather than be dictated to by that tool. You cannot be a slave to it. You have to actually learn how to use it and and make it serve one needs rather than vice versa. So this is a challenge with the new generation who are very excited by all this technology. But I think it's our job as teachers to bring the balance back into what is available.
Does she want to invite somebody?
Yes, it would not have been celebrated the way it was without her fragrance.
Which actually talk about your work, I know it has to do with flowers, and you made a whole enterprise out of it. Talk about it.
So initially, thank you Darshan for pushing me to this, though I wasn't much into the conversation. But I
And
was
we might comment here, we love to talk.
so my background is I was a kindergarten teacher, and I was very happy with my children and my school. I was planning, designing things, and I was a dancer. So that was probably performing art, but somehow like very organically again, I was pushed into this, and I started working with flowers. But then I came into spaces, I had friends like this, and then, I didn't even realize that I could do it. But again, it's a very organical and very grassroots level learning, I think, because of course the art was there, but art never dies within you. It has different kind of expressions. So I think now I have about 500 people with me, including boys and girls. And we are creating spaces, defining them in different kind of spirits, different kind of emotions, and we are our presence is pan-India.
What is the most unusual thing that you have designed for?
I'm sorry, come again?
What is the most unusual event that you designed for?
Unusual.
Yeah.
I just told them they were taking an interview, so I just mentioned this. That every time I do a designing, and I'm always a competition to myself. I think no, this I cannot repeat. I have to do something else. And Calcutta, that's where I was born. I was born as an artist. So it's very small. So you couldn't really do things, like which you could repeat. So I think Bengalis have inherited Rabindranath and the art.
And Vivekananda. I think both these are the big icons in our lives.
হ্যাঁ আমার খুব ভালো লাগছিল আপনার ওই বাংলা ভাষার উৎসটা শুনতে, which is so true. So আমার মনে হয় যে আমরা we are working on those lines, and yes, every day something, and like though I work with a lot of imported flowers, into Tao I would like to create something with Bedipur, Juipur and Nishigula.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Yeah, that's so close to our soul.
Chaitanya, when you were talking about June, there was such a lovely smile on your face. You obviously enjoy the work you're doing, and I think that's true of all the women here. They genuinely enjoy what they're doing. But this joy is also a challenge. Sometimes there are moments when you don't feel so joy, as both Shobhini and Paula mentioned. There's been a pandemic, there are wars, the world is crumbling around us. What keeps you going?
Actually, it is a purpose which drives me. I have no challenges, they are innumerable. Working with the children this initially was a challenge. Initially, they refused to
How
work.
did you do that? And how did you start that?
But my dad was a public prosecutor. I grew up around Hollywood. If I had to go to a
So I was introduced you
left side was residency correction home, right side was Hollywood Central Correction Home. So right now it's just converted to a jail museum.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful.
It is beautifully done. And we have a kiosk. The government of West Bengal has given us a kiosk inside where we have some products made by the jail inmates.
So how, I mean, okay, so you cross
So you talked about my challenges. So the initial first challenge was that me working with the prisoners. So even coming from the legal family background, because my dad, my school. I was working with the inmates within the age range of 22 and 44. Within that age, a human being contributes maximum. So when they started working, they were going to the Chuchali, they were called, from where they stay, like a dormitory. So they have to go to the Chuchali, kind of not so decorated, but it's made of asbestos. And we have given National Zoo Board has supported. So we have given some machines and all the tributes, the trainer. So every day we used to give them the work.
End products with so much of care because they can't go beyond the bars,
Yeah,
the tall walls, but their creation is going
out.
So it's a part of them is going outside.
Wonderful. So well said. I think our chief guest is about to arrive, so may I ask each of you to tell me very quickly in one sentence possibly what a Devi means to you. You want to go first? Yeah.
I'm not sure of the answer to this question. um, so, I'm not a very religious person or
But Devi is not necessarily a religious,
regular
yeah.
practitioner.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do if I'm here during the Durga Pujo is on Ashtami, I go and I give Anjali. So, to me, the Durga icon with her 10 arms truly signifies the Devi to me in many
Absolutely.
ways. You know, she's, that icon is deeply inspiring.
Yeah.
And I think when we look at that icon, there's so many things. There, you know, there's our mothers, our grandmothers, and also all the women that you see around you, all the young women, the women I teach, the women I nurture, I mentor. You know, it's all rolled into one. So
Well said.
I think maybe that's what it means to me.
Shohini?
For me, a Devi is a woman who lives beyond herself, who lives not for herself alone, but for her society and for all the people around her, who has a smile on her face, though she has personal challenges,
Yeah.
who keeps on working. I have grown up seeing these women in my grandmother, my mother, who used to manage their household work and their acting or sculpting, and they never complained, and they were not even aware that they were great artists.
Yeah.
My grandmother was not sure that, you know, now we celebrate Meera Mukhopadhyay, but when I used to know her when she was there, she didn't care for any accolades. You know, she enjoyed, like Paula was saying, she enjoyed the process of
Yeah.
living in creativity. And I think that, you know, as a symbol, Ma Kali or Ma Durga with her so many hands, I think it's a symbol of that. যে সবটা গুছিয়ে করতে পারে, অগোছালো ভাবেও করতে পারে, যে আনন্দ করে বাঁচে নিজের জন্য এবং
Sorry.
তার পুরো পরিবারের জন্য, পুরো পৃথিবীর জন্য।
Yeah.
এইটাই।
Chaitali?
Yeah, to me, Devi is something extraordinary, divine, a divinity. Someone who's capable to do some extraordinary work,
So that is termed as Devi to me. For me, Devi, I have seen my sister. I'm a cancer warrior,
Yeah.
and the way she looked after me, I just felt like she's a real Devi to me. And Devi, otherwise, we have come across so many extraordinary women, among whom I'm sitting with. So that's Devi, because they are not only doing for themselves, but for the community and everyone around them, empowering them. Thank you.
আমি খুব একটা ধর্মীয় বিশ্বাসী সেরকম মানুষ নই। আমার কাছে আসলে রবীন্দ্রনাথ চিত্রাঙ্গদায় বলেছিলেন, মানে চিত্রাঙ্গদা বলছেন যে নহি দেবী নহি সামান্যা নারী, যদি পাশে রাখো মোরে সংকটে সম্পদে, সম্মতি দাও যদি কঠিন ব্রতে সহায় হতে, পারিবে তবে তুমি চিনিতে মোরে। তো আমার কাছে দেবীর ধারণাটা সেরকমই ছিল আর কি, বা সেরকমই আছে, যে 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 নারী, যে মেয়ে নিজের পায়ে দাঁড়িয়ে করতে পারে, যে অর্ধেক আকাশের দায়িত্ব নিজে নিতে পারে, সেই দেবী। তারা সবাই দেবী।
Wonderful.
Like she said about Tagore, Devi to me also is a woman of substance, a woman who lives with a head held high, with no fear in her heart, and walks ahead with conviction, is as powerful as she is a person who has so much empathy, care.
I have. So for me, I think all of us, we are Devi, because Devi is a person who has the amalgamation of virtues like strength. If need be, you just pick up a sword. You are a mother, so you have to come back and sing song for your child. You have to go to work and be an administrator. So you have to have all the qualities in one, and you are the Devi, which all of us are doing every day. So for me, মা দুর্গা, মা কালীর অংশ তো আমাদের মধ্যেই রয়েছে, আমরাই তো দেবী। সেই জন্যে যতই আমরা মা দুর্গার কথা বলি বা মা কালীর কথা বলি, কিন্তু আমরা তো সেইটাই স্মরণ করে চলছি, এবং সেটাই আমাদের পাথেয়।
That's a great note on which to end. Our chief guest is also here. Thank you very much, all the Devis here and the Devis to come. Thank you. Could we have the chairs removed, please? Could someone please remove the chairs? Yes, please. Could you please remove the chairs? Okay, so while they do that, this is our 5th edition in Kolkata, and we are grateful to Prosenji Chatterjee, also known as Bumbada. Am I pronouncing it right? Bumbada, right? Great. For being chief guest tonight. he's one of my favorite actors. He's been in the business since he was 5 years old. And his performances, for me especially, in Autograph, Doshar, Shanghai, and the mini-series Jubilee, where he played Himanshu Roy, were fantastic. And these are things that I can watch on repeat. Sir, thank you so much for being here and for honoring us with your presence. As you said in Autograph, Army Industry, right? Army Industry? Good. So, Mr. Industry, thank you so much for being here. May I now request our CEO, Lakshmi Menon, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the Devi Awards Kolkata, a celebration of strength, courage, and the remarkable achievements of women who inspire change in our society. And what better place than Kolkata, a city of culture, intellect, and powerful voices, to celebrate the spirit of the Devi, a city that has always stood for art, ideas, and progressive thought, makes the perfect backdrop for an evening dedicated to extraordinary women. The Devi Awards have always stood for celebrating women who quietly yet powerfully shape the world around us. Women who lead, innovate, nurture, and most importantly, uplift others. Each awardee we celebrate tonight carries a story of determination and purpose, reminding us that true progress happens when courage meets compassion. We are especially privileged to have with us our esteemed chief guest, Shri Prasad, a legendary figure in Indian cinema and a towering personality of Bengali films. His immense contribution to the arts and culture of Bengal has inspired generations, and his presence makes this evening even more special. Sir, it is truly an honor to welcome you this evening. I would also like to extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests who've joined us this evening. Your presence reflects a collective commitment to recognizing and empowering women who make a difference. And to our Devis, tonight we celebrate you. Your incredible journeys remind us that success has many paths, but determination, courage, and integrity are always the common threads. Once again, welcome to Devi Awards Kolkata. Let's come together to celebrate inspiration, achievement, and the enduring Shakti of women, the true spirit of the Devi Awards.
May I request Lakshmi to stay on stage, and may I request Mr. Chatterjee and Mr. Prabhu Chawla, Editorial Director of the New Indian Express, to come to the stage and light the lamp. Lakshmi, could you please come to the stage? Could we have the lighting of the lamp now? Could we have the Could we have a little less noise from the corridor, please? Thank you.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा ॐ गणपते नमो नमः श्रीसिद्धिविनायक नमो नमः अष्टविनायक नमो नमः.
Thank you so much. May I request Lakshmi Menon to give the memento to our chief guest, and may I request Mr. Chavda and Mr. Chatterjee to stay on stage. We'll soon have the Devi Awards. Lakshmi, may I request you to come to the stage again to give the memento? Sorry, making you work extra hard today. Could we have less noise in the corridor, please? Thank you so much for your patience. We'll now start the actual ceremony. We begin with the first Devi of the evening, Shohini Sengupta, theatre artist, for captivating audiences. Could we have the slide, please? Could we have the slide, please? Magesh, could we have the slide, please, for Shohini Sengupta? I think my voice didn't carry there. For Shohini Sengupta, theatre artist, for captivating audiences with the power of her performances, keeping the tradition of theatre alive as an actor and director despite challenging circumstances, her performance in plays such as Ajna Tobas, Madhubi, Nachni and Dulya have firmly established Shohini Sengupta in the world of theatre as a star. The New Indian Express honors Shohini Sengupta, Devi of Variety. Shohini, can we have you on stage? Yeah, there you are. There's you. A little warmer applause would be most welcome. This is just the first of many, so please keep the applause going. And it's much deserved. Thank you so much, Shohini, for doing what you do. The next award of the evening is to Dipanita Roy, author. Could we have the video, please? Could we have the slide, please? For shaping young minds with her words of fantasy and mystery and having over 50 titles to her credit. I don't know how she does it. She's also executive committee member of the Shishu Kishore Academy, where she plays a key role in the children's magazine Chiru Shobuj Lekha and the Kolkata Children's Film Festival. The New Indian Express honors Dipanita Roy, Devi of Imagination. Thank you so much, Dipanita, for what you do. Wonderful. Great. The next award of the evening is to Sandhya Rai, national rugby player, for shattering social barriers to become the first member from her community to ascend to the top of her sport. Born to tea garden laborers at the Saraswati Tea Estate near Shiliguri, Sandhya Rai was introduced to rugby through the Khelo Rugby project led by Future Hope. It's where she teaches now as well. So that's what I meant by paying it forward. The New Indian Express honors Sandhya Rai, Devi of Courage. Sandhya? Oh, she's already here. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Sandhya. The next award of the evening is to someone quite unusual for what she does, Tumpa Das, cremationist, for daring to go where few women have gone before, conducting last rites for the dead. Born in Baruipur, Tumpa Das started as a nursing professional but stepped in to take over as a cremationist from her father after his passing on. The New Indian Express honors Tumpa Das, Devi of Eternity. Amazing work. Thank you so much, Tumpa. The fifth award of the evening is to Vaishakhi Ghosh, entrepreneur. You've already heard from her today, for recognizing the power of flowers to become a floral boutique owner and event designer. Now one of the most sought after names in floral design, Vaishakhi Ghosh also mentors others who run their own enterprise. The New Indian Express honors Vaishakhi Ghosh, Devi of Taste. We should be giving you flowers as well, Vaishakhi, but we can't do better than you, so thank you. The sixth award of the evening is to Paula Sengupta, artist, for addressing complex issues such as gender binaries, enforced migration, loss of home, heritage and environment through her repertoire as an artist. Dr. Paula Sengupta is currently a professor and head of the Department of Graphics Printmaking at Rabindra Bharati University. The New Indian Express honors Paula Sengupta, Devi of Aesthetics. And as we heard from her, she is passing on her wisdom to the next generation of students. Thank you so much, Paula. Thank you. The seventh Devi of the evening is Darshan Shah, textile conservationist, for making Weaver Studio one of Bengal's most respected textile institutions, spanning artisan livelihoods, handloom revival, textile research, global exhibitions, and cultural archiving. For over 3 decades now, Darshan Shah's work has helped sustain and reimagine Bengal's textile traditions. The New Indian Express honors Darshan Shah, Devi of Handmade. Oh, great. You have lots of fans here, Darshan. Exquisite work that she does. Thank you. The eighth award of the evening is Chaitali Das, jute revivalist, for popularizing jute products, making this local skill well known on international platforms, mixing profit with purpose. As you know, she works with jail inmates. Director of Rakshak Group and founder of Rakshak Foundation, Dr. Chaitali Das is also advisor to the West Bengal government for the reformation of jail inmates. The New Indian Express honors Chaitali Das, Devi of Perseverance. And might I add, she's also fought a very brave battle against cancer and is now medicine free. So many congratulations, Chaitali. And always keep that smile on your face. The ninth award of the evening is to Loka Guha, disability rights activist, actually a legend in her field, by advocating the rights of people with disabilities in special education, policy development, and human rights. A pivotal figure in the Rights of Persons with Disability Act 2016, Aloka Guha's work has shaped the framework for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities and given succor to many, many lives. A huge round of applause to Aloka Guha. The New Indian Express honors Aloka Guha, Devi of Courage. Thank you so much. Our 10th award of the evening is to a very beautiful woman, but just more than that as well. Koel Malik, actor, for her vast body of work in Bengali cinema over 23 years, proof that movies spearheaded by women can also be commercial hits. Koel Malik's string of blockbusters has created more opportunities for others to follow. The New Indian Express honors Koel Malik, Devi of performance. We can do better than that, I think. Thank you, Koel, and it's lovely to see you on screen and now in person. So, we've been very quick today. The last award of the evening it goes to Dr. Thankamani Kutty, Bharatnatyam exponent. But as I said, more than that, some of these women are really legendary. For spreading the message of Indian classical dance far and wide through the Kala Mandalam Performing Arts and Research Center in Kolkata, with multiple facilities for students, teachers, and practitioners. An alumna of the Kerala Kala Mandalam, Dr. Thankamani Kutty is a household name among the art-loving of people of Kolkata and beyond. The New Indian Express honors Dr. Thankamani Kutty, Devi Movement. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Wonderful. Have you noticed all our Devis are such happy people? It's so lovely to talk to them and to meet them as well. May I request all the Devis to come to the stage now with their trophies and citations so that we can do a photo op, which Dr. Kutty, would you like to say something? Would you like to speak? Is there a mic, please? May we have a mic? Can I have a mic, please?
Good evening, everybody, and I'm very happy to be here today. And it's a day for women, and it's a Devi which has been doing it for last 4 years, and throughout the country. This is the 40th one, and thank you for calling me. And I'm really honored to hand over this Devi trophy to those Devis who had a lot of contribution in their own way. So thank you so much, and all the best. Thank you.
I request all the Devis to come to the stage now with their trophy. And this is a photo, trust me, that you'd like to keep. The photo always takes a little bit of work. Our photographers are very demanding. Getting the right angle is always an issue. But thank you, all of you. I think all the work that you do is quite remarkable in so many different ways and very unusual as well. I think the editors of the The jury members had quite a tough task selecting all of you. Yeah, there she is. She should have the pride of place. Great. Some applause. Yes, thank you. Without prompting to. Thank you so much. May I now request Lakshmi Menon to deliver the vote of thanks? Oh, I'm sorry. To Sharmesha Ghoshal, thank you to deliver the vote of thanks. She's the woman who's organized it all, so please give her a huge round of applause. Thank you so much.
On behalf of the New Indian Express, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Sri Prashanjit Chatterjee, for his gracious presence today. Our gratitude to all our Devis, because of whom we are gathered here today, and for the wonderful work that they have done and continue to do as they spread cheer, positivity all across. Our sponsors, presenting partner Adani Group, luxury mobility partner Volvo, silver partner National Jute Board, associate partner Peerless Hotels and Resorts, and JM Financial, celebration partner Radico, and hospitality partner Rajkoti, who made the evening possible. Last but not the least, our guests who are here to celebrate and cheer our inspiring Devis for their incredible journey. We wish to see you again for another edition of Devi Awards. Thank you. All of you, please now gather for cocktails and dinner, which is waiting for you outside. Let the party begin.